Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I said this on numerous occasions and it's a valid point, and this is it. When you want to find out more about a subject, in this case a certain action in the war in Ukraine, and don't read only that article, you're gonna find completing evidence and information in other articles unrelated to that, but they will give you an information here, and reading another article here will give you actually what happened. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about this. If you remember this one? This was an attack in the most current Russian attack, missile attack on Ukraine on February 10th, 2023. Remember? And this is where the titles all over the place. Air Defense Forces of Ukraine destroy 61 cruise missiles out of 71 over Ukraine. So that will give you what? 10 cruise missiles. 10. So 10, you would think if the Russians sent 71 cruise missiles plus about 32 or 35 S-300, which were in the east of Ukraine, you would say that those 10 missiles could not possibly, how should I put it, cause too much damage. Because after all, if you send 71, you expect all those to hit the target. Now, these guys say, no, actually, it's only 10 that escaped. We know from the British intelligence and Ukrainian intelligence that you can trust that the Russians' efficiency with missiles are about 25%, 20%. So let's say out of 10, 20, let's say 100 missiles, they would probably be accurate about 20 of them. All right. So if you want from 10 missiles, let's say you got 2 missiles. Now, if these guys eliminated already from 71 to 61, that means they eliminated what, about 80% of the whole thing? Let's say, right? So then you got 20 more percent. Now get 20% from the 20 and you get to what? 1 missile probably hit the target, or maybe 1 missile and a half. Now guess what? That was the article. But I found another article that I was telling you about to look into, and that article tells us that in fact, I'm speaking Romanian as well, de fapt, in fact, it was more damage. So that missile, those 10 missiles, if you tell them, if we consider them, all those 10 missiles hit the targets, all of them one target, they could have created this damage that we'll find in this article. Where is it? Right here. Read it? Pam, here. Nearly all electrical substations destroyed in the Lviv Oblast and city, mayor of Lviv or Lvov, whatever. This is from 14th of February. As a result of Russian attacks on Lviv Oblast, nearly all electrical substations are destroyed, while most of the other damaged infrastructure is beyond repair. So that is on the 14th, which is today, talking about this thing that occurred on the 10th. So those 10 missiles couldn't possibly, all of them, hit Lviv Oblast, all of them. And besides, let's see where Lviv is, right? Because that's important, because that's going to tell you what how good the Russians could be. Here is the Lviv Oblast, all right? Here is the Black Sea, this is the Crimean Peninsula, and this is Romania, this is Moldova. This is Poland, this is Slovakia, this is Hungary, this is Belarus, and this is Russia right here. Now, you can say, well, you see, there were 2 missiles fired by launched by the Russians from around here somewhere, because they're afraid to come here, according to the Ukrainians. They're afraid to come over here. So they say, well, you know what? We're going to do it from behind here because we're weasels, because we're afraid the Ukrainians are so good they're going to blow our missiles. So they allegedly launched it like this and going through Moldova, getting back here and hitting that. The Romanians said, remember that thing that, oh, the missiles enter the territory of Romania around this area right here, from Moldova like this, cutting through. And the Romanians said, no, it was not through our territory, it was through this territory right here, Moldova, which is still bad. But nevertheless, So they shoot it somehow, goes boom. Now let's see on a bigger map. This is what the situation approximately is in Ukraine. Ukraine, Lviv right here, right by Poland. Belonged to Poland some many years, if I remember correctly. And then you have here, this is the Russian part, this is Crimea, so they were launched from here. And we can go here, and we can have the Black Sea. Black Sea, again, Lviv is right here in the northwestern corner, right here of the map. So the Russians must have launched it from here, behind Crimea, because they're afraid, okay, that's what we're told. So they will not be here, right here. So they would be right here. Now, if from here, going like this, remember, these are missiles. Missiles can go like this, can go like that, can go like that, and boom. They don't have to go straight because they're guided, all right? And you can change their trajectory while they are flying. That's why they're not flying as fast as a rocket. This is what I know. But hey, all right. So this is what's going on here. So let me go back here. Actually, is this the one or this? This. And let's see what the distance is. So here you have 100 miles. And let's say they hit it from here, from the point from the Sevastopol, right here, behind Sevastopol. From here to Lviv, if you try to calculate a little bit, these missiles traveled at least 700 miles. Because if you go from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say 600 miles in straight line, 600 miles. So that's 1,000 kilometers from here. I think that's an achievement. And to be so accurate to destroyed all electrical substations, I think that's not 25% accuracy, as they say. I think it's even more than that. So this article was not, or at least this video was not made to let you know that, oh, in Lviv, the situation is as it is. We know it's fucked up and all that, but the video was made for you to look at it and realize that from other, if you didn't know so far, from other articles that really are not related to the initial one that came 5 days, 6 days, 10 days ago, you get the information. And this is the reality. The Ukrainians did not hit 61 missiles out of 71 because the rate of destruction, the percentage, the efficiency of the missiles could not be all 10 hitting the substations and electrical stations only in Lviv. They hit everything else. All the 61 were elsewhere, and the 10 hit Lviv. Even if I'm arguing from an extreme point, when I give you everything and I'm still winning the debate, the same here. Let's give the Ukrainians or the guys who now reported that they indeed hit, 61 out of 71. I have a hard time believing that all those 10, all those 10, 5, okay, 10, all of them went to Lviv and all of them hit their targets. Because I don't think one missile or 2 missiles or 3 missiles would have done the job over there. According to them, all, right, isn't that what it is in this little article here? Air Defense Forces destroy, not this one, what am I doing here? Nearly all electrical substations destroyed in Lviv Oblast and city and the city. So nearly all. How many are there? 3? If it's 3, you still need 3 missiles to blow those, right? And I don't know, I'm assuming there are more than 3, right? I would say probably more than 10. So you can say, well, maybe they didn't destroy them all now. Well, the last one was a month ago. And we know that the Ukrainians with wizards from the West are working to repair everything, and everything is just a-okay. We hear it all the time. After all these attacks on infrastructure, we hear that the Ukrainians figured it out in about a week. Everything is not even a week. 5 days. Remember, Kiev, another oblast, when they hit them, the same thing. It's operational. Remember, it was the Odessa, the same thing with Odessa. I don't know, 40% or 60% it was damaged. In about 4 days, it was all functional. And Odessa is much closer than Lviv. In Lviv, the Poles can come just and help. So, and I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people helping over there. So, I don't think that the damage was created in the past a year but I think the damage was created in a the latest attack. So pay attention to these kind of things, because you're going to find little by little more information on an information or a new piece of news that they gave you in a certain way. You just complete the view on what happened. You learn more. You know more, because I think I know more from what they tell me. Oh, we hit 71 out of 61 out of 71. And remember, those were not S-300s. S-300s don't have a range like that. So they were all missiles, not rockets or missiles, what the hell. Not S-300. They were not S-300 missiles, they were Kalibr missiles. The ones that, by the way, the Russians seem to not have anymore. Again, another piece of information that makes you play the violin. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.